Knowledge is the new money. Knowledge is the new money. How I wish I can say that over and over for you to understand the severity and importance of what I'm saying. Knowledge is the new money. Well, how knowledgeable are you about the world economy? How knowledgeable are you about how things work? You see, making money is hard. But it's even harder when you are not paying attention to financial education. Many of you need to invest in financial education. It's worth the investment. I remember 2020, I needed to buy a book from my mentor, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, and it's among the book I'll be recommending to you for you to read. I'll be recommending Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. I'll be recommending The Richest Man in Babylon, wonderful writing, wonderful book by George Clason. I'll be recommending The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas Stanley, and I'll be recommending as a must-have the book by Dr. Olumide Emmanuel that is titled The School of Money. So back to the story of 2020. When I attended a conference in Lagos, the book, I've forgotten how much the book was worth, but that was the most expensive book I've ever bought. It didn't feel right that I should buy that book because the money I could use it to enjoy myself. Go to a restaurant and have myself a very good outing. However, I bought that book and it changed my life. It changed my perception, my understanding of money, my understanding about everything money. So you may need to make investment in financial education. Very, very important. Place more value. If for one who is not financially literate, they will place more value on volume rather than value. They will place more value on volume rather than value. You see, the volume of money is not as important as the value of money. The volume of money is not as important as the value of money. The value it creates is not always synonymous with the volume. I'll give you an example. For those who are not financially literate, many times, they do penny wise, pounds foolish. Are you aware that the rich buy things cheaper than the poor? Are you aware? What do you know about using debt? What do you know about debt financing? What do you know about debt reconfiguration or debt restructuring? What do you know about other people's money? Using other people's money? What do you know about using other people's valuables, OPV? What do you know about using other people's space? What do you know about using other people's idea? What do you know about using other people's intellect? What do you know about these things? And so, someone with an average financial literacy will go for a cheaper house in order to save money, but end up spending more money. What's the scenario? Let's say you have two houses. You have to make a choice between renting two houses. One is 200,000 naira, another is 500,000. The poor person that is financially illiterate is likely to go, and let's say both of them are two-bedroom flats. Both of them are two-bedroom flats. There is likelihood, 80% likelihood, that a person without financial education will go for the 200,000 without asking the value that goes with it. You can rent a cheaper house, but your transportation cost is increased. You could rent a cheaper house, but you have to run on gasoline, you have to run on generator higher percentage of the time. You could rent a cheaper house, and it's not enabling. in order to live the kind of life you want to live. For those without financial education, their financial analysis is myopic. It's not robust. It's not robust. This is the reason the rich will always continue to get richer and the poor will continue to get poorer, because the poor is largely financially ignorant and the rich is financially literate. Which side do you want to belong? It's not about how much money you have. You can have plenty money and not able to make full use of it. You could have $1 million and someone with $200,000 becomes wealthier than you. It's about financial literacy. So when you are financially literate, a financially literate individual is better positioned for money management. When you are financially literate, among the benefits is that you will be good at money management. May I say to you that how much you earn is not as important as how much you spend. Yes, a financially literate person knows what is called budget and cares about budget, knows how not to make impulse purchases. Such individual that is financially literate will understand what is bad debt and will learn how to avoid it. I see many financially illiterate people saying, no, I don't want to owe anybody. No, I don't want to owe money. I just want to, no. Anything I cannot buy, anything I cannot afford, I will not buy. What? Who have you ever seen that is doing well financially, that is out of debt? Are you aware that sometimes using other people's money is cheaper than use and less risky than using your own money? Are you aware about this? When you are financially literate, you will know how to pay debt strategically. You will learn how to pay debt strategically. When you are financially literate, you would tax avoidance is an offense. Tax evasion is an offense. If you are smart with money, you can actually pay less tax legally. Legally. Sometimes, no matter how progressive the tax regimes may be, the wealthy knows how to pay less tax in relation to their income compared to someone that is poor and financially illiterate. That's what financial literacy does for you. You will be better positioned to manage life's unexpected event. You will be taking decisions based on informed financial calculations. But for someone who is financially illiterate, who is financially ignorant, such a person will spend money recklessly. Such a person becomes uncontrollable in the face of money. When someone is financially illiterate, they spend money at impulse. Their financial decisions is not rooted in any clear financial thoughtfulness. They suffer consistent bad debt when you are financially ignorant. You will have no financial plan for the future. You are vulnerable to Ponzi scheme and fake investment because you don't understand how it works. Many people, you see, people work so hard for their life and end up putting it in Ponzi. Innocently, they want their money to grow. They end up being scammed. So painful. People put all their life savings and earnings in fake investment because they were not financially informed. I've seen a lot of people come to me to say, David, there is this investment. I say, okay, give me some time. By the time I come back with my analysis, I said, give this 6 months, give this 2 years, it's not going to stand. And I've always been right. And of course, they will lose their money. It's painful to lose money. And many of this is because of financial ignorance, lack of analytical mind in financial matters. When I have presented legit investment to many people who decline investing, not because they don't have the money, but because they are so afraid of investing. They are not capable of recognizing legit investment. When you are financially illiterate, you are not able to recognize even legit investment opportunities. When someone is financially illiterate, marital crisis will not be far. Why counseling people? Couples sit in my front every now and then to resolve their financial crisis, to resolve their marital issues. And 2 things I've discovered are chiefly among the leading causes of financial disharmony, financial problems, marital problems, marital crisis. 2 things. One is sex, the other is money. Many marriages are scattered today because 5 years ago, the husband made a financial mistake, born out of financial ignorance, that the wife have refused to forgive them. The whole family is thrown into famine, into suffering that is avoidable if they had financial education. Sometimes the wife made financial mistakes. I mean, people have sat in my front, and I'm like, how did you make this kind of mistake? Why did you invest in this kind of a thing? It's clearly not going to work. It's clearly a Ponzi. It's clearly not sustainable. How come you didn't see it? Yeah, they didn't see it because they are financially illiterate. And so many marriages are heated up. Financial illiteracy is also the reason for transgenerational poverty. You see, this generation is poor, the next generation takes over from poverty, another generation takes over from poverty because there has been consistent financial ignorance in their generations. If you want to break through and break out of generational poverty, it's not just to pray. You change habit, you become exposed to financial knowledge. Once you do so, your generational poverty is likely going to come to an end. I'm happy to have spoken to you about on the series MoneyWise. Today's topic is Learn Money, Grow Wealth. My name is David E. Okafor, DEO, and I'm happy that you tune in to listen. The other episode will be following afterwards. Please do well to visit the YouTube channel David E. Okafor, DEO. Subscribe to this channel and you'll continue to have an update. On Facebook is David E. Okafor, DEO. Please visit my Facebook page, like, comment, and follow. On TikTok is David E. Okafor. Till I come your way in the next episode. Thank you.